Boys! Welcome back! I am fresh and juicy. We're here to play some Ace Attorney. It's been, I don't know, a weekend, a little bit longer than a weekend, and quite frankly, I'm in the mood. I feel like last time we streamed, I was a little bit still like, I don't know. I was having some indigestion. I was feeling a little bit sleepy, a little bit sickly. I wasn't really feeling it. And so I left my boy Larry hanging a little bit. But I'm back, and I'm ready to talk to Larry. I forget what we were talking about, so I do have to go through it again. But also, I should get my hellos in order. Ray Pixels, this about to be lit like the court elevator after Von Karma gets a penalty. Is it? Karan says hello, Volgan11, John Brown, Jacob Welsh, and the rest of you, the lurkers. Hi, I'm so happy that you joined me for another exciting round of Ace Attorney adventures. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Do you guys think I can beat this game by Christmas? This is the final case. I guess it depends how much I can play. So on that note, maybe we just pop into it and try to get started. What did I do this weekend? I went to holiday parties. It's that time of the season. I have holiday parties last weekend, I have holiday parties coming up this weekend, and then I have my actual family that I have to see for the holiday, that is the Christmas. And so it's nice, actually. I'm feeling the love this time of the season, the love that you can only get from your friends and your family. All right, so Larry, what are we talking about? By all means, give me your testimony. Your hair is extra spiky today. It has volume I could only dream of. So, you think that all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy, huh? I don't know, maybe. Let me press this. Well, I have been saying that for quite a while now. After all, if not for that, then what other reason did you wish to go down that chimney? You can't say that without any evidence, dude. That's against the rules, Edgy. Thanks for keeping the prosecutor in line for me, Mr. Suspect.
Hold it!
I have the evidence, and if you wish to see that, I can introduce you to.
But it's not good to keep them waiting. My subordinate. Hurry and show them already.
Lies! Lies, Edgy!
Well, if you wish to lie, then by all means, continue. Because I'm ready to expose your lie at a moment's notice.
You won't get the better of me. Now let's see.
I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was real thick. Right. Was the smoke coming from the chimney really that thick?
Oh, you bet! It was so thick I had tears pouring out of my eyes. It was a fucking mess, dude!
I see. You do realize that you've just confirmed for us your chimney escapade.
What? Oh, that's totally unfair! You tricked me, Edgy!
Hardly. You simply have yet to master how to counter this cross-examination technique.
Well, what I just said was a slip of the... no. I mean, I said the wrong thing, dude. Besides, isn't this what you really need to say about what I did tonight? It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech.
Right, because you thought you were talking to a princess, but you were talking to Wendy. I'm not quite sure how you could mistake that actress for this... woman.
Oh, Edgy Boo, are you staring at me? Oh, are you finally succumbing to my feminine charm?
I should think that the Steel Samurai is the one who should know about your charms.
What? Me? Edgy, what are you trying to do to me?
Nothing. Simply stating that the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess are husband and wife.
Oh, is my poor little Edgy Boo jealous?
If you could please drop that line of discussion right this instant.
But Edgy, I told you, I already have Mindy.
Speaking of Mindy, exactly what kind of a woman would you say that she is? Oh, I don't know if I like your tone there.
Edgy, are you seriously telling me you don't know who the Mindy is? She's just like what her name means. She's super sweet and with a great smile. I don't mean to brag, but she's one of the troupe's fastest rising stars.
Interesting.
Ha! So you're saying a woman like that is what made you late to the speech? Huh? But, you know what? Fuck you too! Why is everyone out to make me a suspect? Look, all I can say is this. I was late to the speech. And then to top it all off, I became a suspect in a murder. That's what you mean.
Hold it! I suppose you might be correct in a small way.
What does that mean?
Besides being a suspect in a murder, there are a few other things you are a suspect of.
Oh, on you too, Framsy.
Well, you tried to stalk me, and I won't let you intimidate me like that. I'm gonna poke you with my stack.
Look, I already told you, Miss Oldback. I wasn't after you. I was trying to see Mindy. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Can I just arrest this guy already?
I completely understand how you feel, Agent Lang.
No, wait! Look, please! You gotta listen to what I have to say!
If you have a serious assertion to make, then I'd consider listening. However,
Oh, no problem, dude. I'm gonna pull out all I got to go into this. Alright, so you listen good. Now, why would I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose?
hold it! Larry, this is the final point you wish to make?
You got it, dude. I've called on the energy, all of it that I have, and I've told it to you with everything that I've got. I'm making a stand here.
In that case, allow me to take that soul and break it.
Wait, what?
Yes, we should stamp it under our feet until it's been ground into a fine powder.
A fine powder?
Oh God, her face.
If you really put all your soul into that, then you're ready for what's coming, right?
In place of the Honorable Larry, I offer my soul to you, the Steel Samurai. Larry, come out from behind there and face this like a man. You're scary, my liege. This whole testimony is one giant confession of all that he's done tonight. He's practically begging me to show why he bothered to put himself through all of this.
Right. Okay, so we've recapped. I checked that one off the list. So what am I supposed to do, actually? Where's the contradiction lie? I guess that's what I gotta find out. Bobbly's ink. I don't think Larry has anything to do with the smuggling. Or if he does, he certainly doesn't intentionally. So maybe, like, I think Larry only cares about this letter, right? Request for Miss Oldbag to stand in. I mean, maybe that's what I want. Let me read these lines again. You think that all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy. Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up the chimney, but the smoke was really thick. It was a case of mistaken identity. I mean, this might, like, this is the mistaken identity. Is this where I'm supposed to go with this? Let's try it.
Objection!
No, nope, nope, nope. That was not correct. Okay. What are both of us going on about? What am I supposed to do here? You're gonna chase her down, and me in Australia. You're gonna cover us in berries, right? What? Dinkles? I'm sorry. You say buried, I say buried. You say tomato, I say tomato. Okay, fuck me, Jesus Christ. My only option is to present a more definitive piece of evidence. What am I trying to prove, actually? Am I trying... I think the reason I'm confused is because, like, am I trying to prove... I don't know what I'm trying to prove. I mean, like, I agree with everything. He went on the chimney because he... All right, here's where my brain is at. No spoilers. Well, maybe. I don't know. Larry wanted to break into the chimney to meet the Pink Princess. He thinks the Pink Princess is a hot babe, but it was actually Wendy Oldbag. It's a real fucking shame. So... that all checks out with me. I don't think he's being dishonest. I think, like, yep, that sounds like Larry. That sounds like a Larry thing to do. I think we're good here. So, what am I missing? Huh? You think all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy? Kinda, yeah. I think that's all you wanted to do. Am I misunderstanding? Dressed up as Santa and climbed to the chimney, but the smoke... Is the smoke the problem? The smoke was really thick? Found in the fireplace. Miss Oldbag was drying it in the fireplace next door. Maybe that's the evidence that I need? Stand-in request. And the letter has mistakes from bad penmanship. Yeah, that's Larry for you. the samurai dogs is also evidence. Why is it evidence? I couldn't tell you. That mistake made me late for the speech. Then to top it all off, I became a suspect in the murder. That's what you really mean. But why? Why would I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose? Maybe this is... He's asking me a question. Is it my job to answer that question? Maybe? Why would I embarrass myself on purpose? For the letter?
Objection!
Yeah, for sure. You would embarrass yourself for Mindy. Larry, don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter. Huh? What? Wait. Have we not gone over the letter? I thought we all knew that the letter was written by Larry for when... Did I not bring that up yet? Is this new information? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, this is brand new information! Hey! Why are you showing that to me? Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight, your loving knight. Oh god, it does sound wrong when she says it. Well, isn't that romantic? But you weren't able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight?
Look, I got no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember a thing. Objection!
You can pretend to be ignorant all you'd like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady, but rather that you were attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit.
Well, yeah. What part of this letter shows that the person Larry... What? The name... It's not Wendy with a fucking umlaut. It's fucking Mindy, just written in atrocious language. It's Mindy, not Wendy.
Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again.
Wait, what are you talking about? Speak English to me, dude.
You wrote Mindy so sloppily that it became Wendy to the average eye.
Hey, stop picking on me. It's so embarrassing. There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the best, aren't they? For punching, but that'll have to wait until we're off this crime scene.
Edgy, you gotta save me from this man.
Oh, sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake.
That wasn't me.
Larry, I do not have time to fuck around today. What the fuck do you mean that wasn't you?
It's a fake! Someone's out to get me, so they made that fake letter to set me up!
Jesus fucking Christ, just accept your defeat graciously.
But you guys are being so mean.
Hold it! Penmanship analysis.
Huh?
No matter who, all people have certain unique features to their handwriting, ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this letter to a sample of yours. And we'll know soon enough who it was that sent this letter.
I'll never write another thing in my life!
Hold it! You've already written something, Mr. Loving Knight.
Yeah, alright. This one I've got. Oh, sorry, Jesus, fuck. This one I got.
Take that!
Take this.
This autograph in our mysterious letter, if we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our question soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure.
I'm so fucked. I did it. It was me. I was causing trouble again. I admit it. You hit the nail right on the head, Edgy.
So he finally confesses.
Look, I saw the pink princess being carried around in a stretcher and I got worried, okay? I wanted to go into Mindy's room, but the doctors, they wouldn't let me in, you know? So what choice did I have? It was the chimney or it was a bust, Edgy.
Your mind jumped from the door to the chimney. What a criminally overactive imagination you have.
Well, hey, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. That way she wouldn't be so shocked when I came down through the chimney.
Ah, to be a straight man. Ah, to be a woman who has to deal with straight men. I'm kind of like that. I mean, I deal with gay men, and there's a lot of gay men that are equally as sociopathic as straight men.
Except for the fact that the letter was an utter failure at conveying said sentiment.
I'm real sorry.
Larry, you may be a shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. However, I always knew that you weren't the killer.
Ooh, what is this track?
I told you to trust me, because at the very least, I can attest to that about you.
Edgy, you're
We've lost a lot of valuable time because of you. Yeah, no fucking kidding. This went on forever.
No!
In any case, I believe we can say now that we know exactly what happened. Mr. Larry Butts sought to climb down the chimney, not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of the elderly lady next door.
Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Although I still find it a bit unbelievable that the two of you are friends. But the suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet, so don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay? Oh, hey! What? Edgy! What does the Wolfman mean when he says I'm not off the hook yet?
He means the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your head.
That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect after all. We may have figured out where he was, and what he was doing all night. But the blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene, as long as there's no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to ease up on his bite. Oh. Edgy, that guy, he's like, looking like he's seriously gonna take a bite out of me.
If you're lucky, Larry. I mean,
I'm well aware, and you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial.
Thanks to the cooperation of our lovely bumbler, I've been dealt a very nice hand and a sweet trump card. Looks like we're about to enter the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you've got.
I can easily point out the contradiction in the supposed murder weapon, but the real problem for me is figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble, but this is one game I can't afford to lose.
okay. Right. Yeah, for sure. Why Larry?
I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damask II. Beside him was the samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect Larry Butts, in here too.
Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership?
But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you?
Hold it!
If you're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney, we've already established that.
Knuckles fast!
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi?
You're accusing me of fabricating evidence?
You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all that you prosecutors do.
Well, this man has some serious issues with prosecutors.
But come on, dude! I can't think of something as complicated as that. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you. Or me, for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence.
Right. Irrefutable evidence about the murder weapon. What evidence do I have about the murder weapon? I mean, I have this, the Alabastrian knife. Was this carried across country lines? Maybe? I also have this. I also have this, single stab to base of neck, body wasn't badly burnt by fire. I have too many different bodies, actually, I think. And too many different murder weapons. It's thought to be what killed Matt Damask II. Can I do anything with this? No, not really. Larry bent it against a wall. It's hollow. Weapon used on stage. Weapon used on stage. Are all the weapons that are used on stage prop weapons? Because that could really help me out, but like... I don't know. Glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. Well, I guess let's start pressing things.
Hold it!
while I ponder that.
So you were the first to discover the body this time.
This time? What's that supposed to mean? You know, you'd better watch what you say.
I only said this time because earlier Kay was the first to discover the body in Babal. And your secretary, Agent Shino, was ready to accuse her of murder for that.
Ha! So you're gonna use that excuse to call me suspicious now?
Of course not. I was simply pointing out the usual pattern with discoveries of bodies.
But in the Babalese case, there was proof that she was holding the weapon. Isn't that right? And in this one, it's a bit different since we know exactly where the weapon is.
Alright, beside him was the samurai sword.
Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood?
Look, do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and smell of blood. And according to the tests, the blood on the sword belonged to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp.
Right, okay, that's what I said. So then it's not the weapon.
But it is pretty weighty, and it's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with.
But, pause. Where's my autopsy report? Excuse, where's Masky boy, which man was my mask man? Ah, shit, were you the mask killer? Or how many bodies, do I have 2 bodies? I'm so confused at this moment in time. You're the Paleno guy. Manny Kokin, while secretary to the ambassador, was the leader of the smuggling ring. This case is victim. Byrne Faraday, an admirable prosecutor, father of Kay. He was killed 7 years ago by Callisto Yu. Oh, here. Mask to Mask the second. Opportunist, unrelated to the first to Mask. Found in Alabaster, real name Kashino. Right. He's the victim here. Kashino. Why do I not have an autopsy report for Kashino? What? Because he just died? Well, that's fucking bullshit. How do I know how he died? This is information I need, actually. We got that, we got this. Stand-in request, we got this, we got... I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. Victim was beaten to death with the sword. I don't know if that's correct.
Beaten to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let it slip by.
Beside him was the samurai sword covered in the victim's blood. Okay.
So the sword is covered in the victim's blood.
Yeah, the lab results confirm the blood on the sword matches the victim's, but the sword is as still as a vanilla envelope. It's just a stage prop after all.
The steel samurai is about safety first, so you can use it like a real sword.
The steel samurai has spoken.
What is happening?
The Pink Princess also appears to have something she'd like to petition you personally.
What is it the Pink Princess would like to say? Whatever it is, it can wait till after the day after eternity.
Jeez, I can't read for shit.
Look, my point here is that even though the sword is too dull to slice with, it's certainly heavy enough to bludgeon someone to death with, and therefore, I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing.
Do I have any way to disprove this? I mean, this guy was stabbed, but he's not my victim. I need an autopsy report here. Does this say anything? Weapon used on stage thought to be what was used to kill Damask. Weapon used on stage. This one's hollow. Is there any evidence that this is also hollow? Because this is hollow? Is that how it works? Is that what I need? Maybe? Maybe. Press this.
About this samurai sword, have you received a report from forensics yet?
Thank you, that's what I need.
They confirmed that the blood on the sword belongs to the victim.
Alright, but have they confirmed that the outline of his wound is consistent with the weapon?
Tell me something. Do you see a dead body right there in front of you? So, if they were conducting the autopsy right now, shouldn't the body not be here?
I suppose so. I guess they must still be investigating this room. Meaning that it's possible he doesn't know about that piece of evidence's true nature.
Anything else you'd like to chit-chat about? No? Well then good. Let's continue.
supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Well, this might be jumping the gun a little bit, but if it's a stage prop like this one, and it's also hollow on the inside, maybe my evidence is the samurai spear. Because I'm gonna say, objection, these things are weak as shit. You try to bludgeon somebody, it's just gonna break.
Objection!
Did I win?
Do you know what this is, Agent Lang?
It's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down, spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history.
It's the next most effective weapon after the whip.
I think the whip is a slightly different category.
What's your point anyway? Are you going to tell me that the spear is the real weapon?
No, in fact, I simply want you to take a look at this section here.
The way that it's bent.
Precisely. Apparently, a certain troublemaker hit it against a wall in this embassy earlier, and as you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow, let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet there is not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that?
Ah-ya! Oh, yeah! The sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they totally bend easily, dude. But I wish they'd make them with better stuff, because the spear got all bent on me. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show.
The Steel Samurai special move was changed tonight because of him?
Oh. Oh, good, we're updating that to the organizer. It's relevant.
Ouch!
That's more than enough of your whiny whimpering. Now, back onto the topic of the spear.
Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se, so all I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may.
Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever.
Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. For no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
Objection!
What a foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose! It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There is nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory.
Hold it!
That may be your opinion, however, I don't believe that's all we are. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk toward the truth.
You know, you're pretty good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump, and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed Master II without bending it.
Well, that's a very interesting hypothesis. How do you propose that happened?
So what do you think of my hypothetical scenario?
I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need.
Of course.
I need evidence.
And this is it. It is time to bring this case to a close.
Johnny Petriello, I am doing lovely, thank you. Alright, another round with this man. Why Larry Part 2. Why Larry?
It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon?
But I just told you that the sword is a plastic replica that's made of garbage. How are you proposing that we used it to kill someone?
How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory?
As long as I want to, because we examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned. And we've managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on it is this sword.
Hold it!
Really? You left no stone unturned? Is that a fact?
Not so fast! If you've got something to say, then why don't you say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor?
Oh, I intend to. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you.
Alright, my rebuttal. What am I rebutting?
It's possible to use the sword to kill someone.
Hold it!
Please, tell me how.
May I inquire as to how you are able to make such a claim, Agent Lang?
Lang G says, capable of miracles beyond comprehension, a mysterious creature is man.
Rather than man, it's Agent Lang's quotes that are getting increasingly incomprehensible.
The human body's a mysterious thing, even with a toy-like sword. It's easy to kill a man if you hit just the right spot. Is it?
That's why I think it's possible to kill with this thing without leaving a dent.
Is it?
Hold it! Yeah, can we object to this?
But we can only be sure one way or the other by seeing if the wound matches the sword.
I know that, but as long as it's a possibility, I can proclaim it as much as I'd like.
Under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion.
But you must know that your conclusion is wrong.
Given the circumstance I'm in, the only people I can trust are my subordinates, because they're much more trustworthy as a bunch than you prosecutors ever will be.
And you call yourself a professional.
Not so fast! You still don't see it, do you, Mr. Prosecutor? You have to earn my trust. And the only way to do that is to show me proof of another possible murder weapon.
Another possible weapon. Is there anything left? I mean, this room is full of weapons! This is gonna be a gamble, but I can try.
Alright. I think I could do that.
The victim's blood is only on that weapon. Is this blood possibly my victim's? It's Mr. Koken's blood. Could it also be Mr. Mask's blood? No, I guess probably not. But that's the only other thing I have with blood. I also have this statue. Can't really examine anything on it, though. And we have a missing knife. Swapped with the real murder weapon's handle. Its blade has yet to be found. Oh, right. Its blade hasn't been found, so that could be it. Let me throw something out here really quick.
Objection!
No. Oh, sorry. Jumping the gun. Alright, fine. Fuck me. I should have calmed down a little bit. Sorry. My bad. My pussy's clenched. Alright. Fuck! I hate being wrong. Alright, fine. I'll press for more details. We searched the embassy, but there's no other place with blood.
The only place where you could find blood was on the samurai sword.
That's right, even with luminol, which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined.
Do I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that the samurai sword is the weapon?
Yeah, of course I do. I was trying to raise an objection, but I got fucked.
If you believe that there is no other door of possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you.
Not so fast! And how do you plan to do that?
By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon.
Not so fast! Ha! The real murder weapon? Look, dude, I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy. And they've concluded that there's nothing else that could have been used as the weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis?
Yes, I fucking do. Because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in their investigation.
Not so fast! What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men.
I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon.
Alright, then I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed Damas II. What exactly is it?
Is it the goddamn thing that I just fucking threw into your face and you said, you stupid idiot, that's not what it is? Is it that? Is this what it is? Are you telling me this is because the blade has yet to be found?
Take that!
This is the weapon you're looking for.
Ling Ji says one should always perform one's job in a proper manner. And I can't see how it's proper to show me evidence so devoid of potential.
No, it's not. Fuck! Wait, what? That's the missing blade! What do you mean? This is what you've been built. There's something that your men couldn't have possibly fingered. The missing blade! They couldn't have put a finger on the missing blade! What do you mean? It's the knife and not the handle. Fine.
Take that!
Take the knife. This is the weapon you're looking for.
Back.
What?! Oh my god! Oh, we are in a Is it this knife? Is it this motherfucking knife? Is there another knife here that I'm fucking missing? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! I can't play this game anymore. Fuck! He was beaten to death with the statue. It's the thinker all over again. Oh my god. Oh no! I'm losing so quick. What do you mean? What is the thing? It's. What do I even have left that's a fucking weapon? Excuse me? Is it this? There's too many statues, there's too many knives, there's too many. Is it this statue? Is it this one? Is it this goddamn statue? It is. Of course it is. It's the Alabastrian statue. Oh my god. Fuck you. This is too much.
You mean the Primaduck statue?
Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it.
I'm sure that rule could be overturned for a murder investigation. But you know what you can't overturn? A knife, blade, that's missing. That is literally impossible to be fingered. Is all I'm saying. Fuck you.
Which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it. Am I correct?
Ha! Ha ha! You know very well if we did that, there'd be an international incident. Between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babal, the two countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined.
Yeah, countries can fight over the stupidest goddamn bullshit. Sometimes those countries go to fucking wars with each other and explode each other's civilians and their small little children because they just can't fucking agree over the stupidest bullshit, and they drag in the rest of the goddamn world. And then the other countries that have good, honest, tax-paying men who are tax-paying citizens have to give money to my own government that funds bombs to blow up children into 1,000 pieces. And then they have the nerve to go, shame on you Americans, when we joke and we laugh about a goddamn rich CEO getting murdered in the streets of New York City by Luigi Mangione, because how dare you make jokes about that, because you guys are shameful. Violence is never the answer. Really? You are gonna tell me violence is never the answer? Ha! I wish you felt that way. The world could be a much better place. Fuck! I'm sorry, I got a little distracted. Alright, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I'm saying I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined.
Ancient Ling, if you could take a look at this. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. And there is only one conclusion I can draw from that. That the killer was a fucking idiot who couldn't put the statue back the way that he found it, and that's the... Oh my god, look at the dog.
Go look for Ambassador Alba. Get him to give us the okay to examine the statue.
Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. Hey, there's nothing incestuous about me. Shifu, please, let's be rational about this.
Lang Ji says, just go already.
Yes, sir. Shifu,
Yeah?
I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Prima Duck statue.
I see.
Wait! But then the investigation, it's at a standstill. Agent Lang, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally.
Franny, give him that fucking whip.
Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but that old man's one tough cookie. But I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know?
No, it sounds really fucking petty and stupid to not let people touch your goddamn precious statue. People are dying, Kim. Let us touch the fucking statue. God, I hate people with power.
Agent Lang.
What do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already.
Oh, also, of course, yes, no, I don't condone violence. I'm just saying, a lot of you are goddamn fucking hypocrites. And I'm saying that with love and peace and joy. Please don't arrest me.
But, Shifu, what about causing an international incident?
Who cares?
Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take the responsibility, let it be me.
Responsibility? If we're gonna talk in such heavenly terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then. Less talk and more investigating.
If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol chemilucent... I'm a scientist. That's why I said, Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol chemiluminescence test on the statue.
The luminol test. Ah, good thinking. If the statue is the murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here.
Oh, look at that, how convenient.
Hey, looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that this is the real weapon that killed Damask II.
Indeed.
But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Damask II, so the charge remains.
We are hardly done examining this statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real weapon, I believe further investigation is required.
Ha, you think so? Okay then, knock yourself out.
Let me look at the
Base. And what do we have here? Some dirty-ass smudge. It looks like a handprint. Who the fuck had hands this dirty? Ha ha ha! What's a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we've got some fingerprints to analyze.
Well, worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now.
Hey, forensics guy! I want results on these fingerprints ASAP, you hear me?
Well, yes, sir. Let me just get right on that for you.
Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir. Good. And? Well, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue, sir. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Babalese embassy. The prints belong to him. They belong to Mr. Manny Koken, sir.
What? But that's not...
What? What the fuck is going on here?
But that's impossible! each Prima Duck statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Koken's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babal's Prima Duck statue.
They've been swapped. Impossible. It can't be. No, it sounds reasonable to me.
Ay-ya!
Fucking man.
Larry never once set foot on Bobbly's soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only serves to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed with an Alabastrian knife in Babal. And Damask II was killed on Alabastrian soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu, who visited both of the countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form.
And just like that, boys, we finally hit our to be continued. Save your progress? Abso-fucking-lutely. Overwrite the save data? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Okay, dope. I could for sure keep going and keep playing, and we could start the next piece, but this is actually a pretty natural stopping point, and I feel like making dinner. So I think I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna take it easy, but I will be back tomorrow where we will continue this case, and I will be playing more for longer sessions because how many days do I have till Christmas? I can finish this before Christmas, right? Right. We have 2 weeks, don't we? Yeah. We got maybe we got like a week and a half. I don't know. We'll figure it out. In any event, if I don't, that sucks. But what are you gonna do? All right, it's my own. If you guys could please leave a like on the stream, the engagement is super helpful, and I will see you in the next one, boys. Toodles.